Good evening, Lisa.
Good evening, Andrew.
Well, what should we talk about today? Well, there's no Doctor Who to talk about,
There's no Doctor Who to talk about now. We will be doing some more Doctor Who's, but we're just deciding
we just have to go through the shelves.
Yes, we've got to go and find some books.
And one of the things we're probably going to do is to look at the New Adventures books.
Yes.
Because we've got a fair few of those, haven't we?
We have, particularly the first 4.
Yes.
So the Time Worm
so
books.
Once we can dig those out, we can talk about those. But tonight, we should talk about our podcast, shouldn't we?
We should.
Yes.
And if you haven't listened to it yet, please listen to it.
Well, that's the thing. I did a blog post today where I wondered how many people sort of see everything that we do, and I suspect it's not many, because we seem to have an audience for the podcast and an audience for the videos and an audience for the blog, and those 3 audiences don't necessarily sort of cross over that much. I know, you know, our sort of regulars sort of look or listen
again
to everything.
Yes.
But yeah, our videos seem to be quite popular in Finland, and the podcast seems to be quite popular in Japan and Spain.
Yeah.
And what is it? The blog's quite popular in Poland. But yeah, those countries don't turn up on the other things. So, so I'm sort of trying to tie it all together a bit more and sort of cross-pollinate everything a bit. So this video is just to remind people that we have the podcast Round the Archives, which looks at old TV in all its forms of glory.
Yes.
And the one that's just out, which is on SoundCloud, Player FM and iTunes. Just search for Round the Archives podcast. And this one, we got you and me.
Yes.
We've got our friend Warren, who joins us. We've got Martin Holmes, one of our regular writers.
Yes.
And Michael Dennis helped out a little bit as well, which was lovely. And this issue concentrates mostly on Juliet Bravo, doesn't it?
Yes.
So did you very briefly want to explain what Juliet Bravo was?
Juliet Bravo is a BBC drama series from 1980. It's about a female inspector and how she gets on with the other members of the police force, the cases she gets involved with. Because for issue 20 or episode 23 of Round the Archives, we did The Gentle Touch, which is sort of ITV's version of this, and it's about an inspector in the police force, but with a slightly different setup in that she's in CID and widowed, and where Jean Darblay, who's the main character in Juliet Bravo, is married. She's made her way up from being a WPC to being an inspector. And we do postulate, I'm not going to say too much because I want you to listen to the article, we do postulate that the character she plays in Z Cars will go on to be this character, because she never actually really gets a name. Well, she gets a surname, you never hear her first name.
But you say she, but there are 2 she's, aren't there?
There are 2 she's, yes.
Because
we look at the debut episodes of both Juliet Bravos, which is Shotgun, which is Stephanie Turner's, which is the actual first episode of Juliet Bravo.
And that's a very dark one, isn't it?
It's a very dark one.
So in order to cover it, we sort of tried to go for a light-hearted approach as much as possible. You know, we utterly respect the series and think it's brilliant, but because of the very grim nature of that first story, because we ended up with one of our longest articles ever. I think it is
nearly 50 minutes
the
long.
longest one. Which is actually the running time of the episode. So essentially, we've almost done a DVD commentary for it. Because unfortunately, the DVDs are rather expensive, aren't they?
They are, yes. They're out of print. You can get them, but you are looking at £60.
But it is showing at the moment on
drama.
UK TV drama. Yes. So well worth a look.
Yes. And they might even be coming on towards the second Juliet Bravo.
Yes.
Her episode.
She appears at the start of season 4.
Season 4, and it's Kate Longton.
Yeah.
And she's played by Anna Carteret.
Yeah. But yeah, she appears in the 4th season, and we look at her first episode, which is called Teamwork.
Teamwork, yes.
Which is a little lighter, but even so, there's still some nasty bits in it.
Yeah, there's this whole subplot of racial harassment and
but yes,
robbery.
For Doctor Who fans, Colin Baker does turn up in one episode.
He does
doesn't he?
in series 2 or 3.
Well, we did look at it, and I did write about it briefly on the blog.
And you can tell it's around the same time that he does his photo call for when he's announced as the Doctor, because his hair's virtually identical.
I was going to say it's a little bit before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because
it's
82, isn't it?
It might be.
Yeah,
but he doesn't change his hair between then and when he has.
He's very recognisably, you know.
It is Colin. He's very
Colin of the time.
And he's playing a bit of a bad now as well.
Oh yes. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. He was known for that a bit more. Wasn't he? Yeah.
He was.
Because what with the brothers and Blake Seven and stuff.
Well, Paul Merony, I would say, is not necessarily he's not evil.
That's his character in the brothers.
Yes, Paul Merony is his character in the brothers. He's ruthless.
Yeah.
And he will do whatever he can to get what he wants.
Because of course in the brothers he's up against Kate O'Mara.
Yes. We've got the first 2 series of the brothers. We haven't quite got to the Colin Baker stuff.
Because weirdly his episode of Juliet Bravo is directed by Sarah Hellings, who directs Mark of the Rani.
Yes.
So this is what we love, the way when all this stuff joins up.
Yeah.
So if you like Doctor Who and have enjoyed our videos, you might not necessarily know the series we're covering on Round the Archives, but I think we always sort of point out Doctor Who connections and things like that as much as possible.
Yeah, because, there's a few connections in Juliet Bravo apart from directors, one of whom being Noel Collins, who's in Battlefield.
Yes.
And he's one of the sergeants.
Yeah.
He's the nice sergeant, not the grumpy sergeant.
Nice sergeant.
Not the sexy sergeant.
But yeah, I'd say certainly seek out Juliet Bravo. It's well worth a look if you can.
Yeah, I mean it's probably on the UK TV Play player.
Yeah.
If you want to go down that route, you can look for the DVDs. They are extraordinarily expensive because it's out of print. So if somebody'd like to actually
re-release
them, we will buy them.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And the other series we look at, well, Martin looks at, is Space 1999.
Yes, Space 20 quid is. Was it Keith used to say?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, Breakaway, the first episode. And we have covered Space 1999 a few times now, because we did the one where Catherine Shell
is introduced.
Introduced in season 2.
As the Metamorph.
That's right.
Maya.
And Nick and Paul debated which was their favourite season in episode 10. But it was about time we did Space 1999 again. Yeah. I say it's not necessarily a series I watch that much, but we have got it on Blu-ray.
On Blu-ray, yes. Out of order, but never mind.
Yeah, and Martin does a nice thing about how if you brought the series back now, how would you change it to make it a slightly different series, and what improvements could you make? And I thought that was interesting. Some of his suggestions as to what you could do with the series now.
Yes.
But again, let's not spoil all that.
Listen to it.
Yes. But anyway, so episode 24 is available, which means we have to start on episode 25.
It does, and I have to say, a huge chunk of it is already done.
It also means we've been doing it for nearly 2 years now, doesn't it?
That's a bit scary.
Thing. So we're coming to the end of our second season. Wow. So what's this big slab you've got there?
This big slab?
Yeah, you better hold that up.
Do
you need a hand?
No, it's fine. It's a book that we received yesterday, and it's The Complete Secret Army by Andy Priestner.
So why have we got this?
We have got this because Andy has done us a lovely article
on
Secret Army,
Secret
which will be on episode 25.
Yes.
On one particular episode.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. We try and get new people involved, and sometimes people are not available for one reason or another. I mean, we've had sort of various writers who've there's just had no time in their schedules to do anything for us. So we always try and get a new voice if we can every now and then, just to keep it fresh, and means that we're not relying too much on and presuming that people are always going to be available, because inevitably everybody's got other things to do.
Life.
Yes, that's the thing. So obviously we do the majority of the pieces, but it's nice to have some regular people, but it's also nice to get some new people on board.
Yes.
And I think Andy's one of those people that was quite keen to do something.
And he might be doing some more.
And those are the sort of people we want. We
yeah.
don't want to be battering people around the head saying, "Oh, please do us this." Mm-hmm. If somebody, has got a good knowledge of a show, and I mean, Andy does his own podcast anyway, World Enough in Time, mm-hmm. which is a Doctor Who based one, which has been running out. I think he's just released episode 4.
Oh,
so
okay.
again, that's on
mm-hmm.
SoundCloud and iTunes, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just looked at The Visitation.
Oh, right, okay.
So I've listened to that. I'm not sure you've heard that one yet. But no. You've been working.
I don't get as much time, unfortunately.
But yes, I mean, so yes, we can announce that Andy's piece is all finished.
It's done.
And there's very little to do on it, because being a podcaster, he's done the complete edit for me, including music and clips.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fantastic. And this is really just a drag and drop job onto the timeline. I mean, we won't say too much more about the other contents yet, I don't think.
But if you've seen the blog, you will have seen a picture that gives it away.
Well, that's the thing. If you read the blog, you'll get some more information.
Yes.
So, that's the thing. If we spread it about over various sources, it encourages people to look at the other things anyway. So.
Let's just say we're looking at a series that is looking at something from when the series was made 75 years earlier.
So the series is from 1973.
Yeah.
And the events it's talking about are from
1888. And obviously that's 130 years ago.
So there's a bit of a clue there, if you don't already know.
Yeah. And we will also be doing a little piece on Peter Firmin.
Oh yes, we should.
Because he passed away recently.
Yeah, we did a little video about it, but we should do that on the podcast as well. Yeah. Well, that's a good excuse to watch some Oliver Postgate stuff.
Is,
that's all right.
You've got to dig it all out now.
Oh, it's all over there. I know where it all is. Okay, well, thank you everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we will be back with some more Doctor Who fairly soon, I think.
Quite soon.
We shall see. But as I said, lots of other stuff. So hopefully we can keep you entertained.
Yeah.
And introduce you to some other series that are well worth looking at as well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.